dignitaries on the dais, of the dais. First of all, my apologies for being late. Could not help it. I'm very happy to be here. And just tell you that the humankind is always been besieged by the diseases and then epidemics, but the indomitable spirit of the people always tries to win them. Cancer was one such enigma, one such disease unfathomable till recently, but then, as Akash just described, the advances in medicine, advances in electronics, advances in engineering seems to be at a stage now that we will win over this particular enigma. And I'm very happy about it. And I have known both Mrs. Dubey and Akash for many years. We have tried to organize the first episode of Terry Fox in IIT, and unfortunately the swine flu was at its peak, and our doctors and others advised that a gathering of so many students and so many in a small area is not advisable, so we have shifted to YMCA, and it was very successful one. And the last year we held it, and around 5,000 participants came. Again, there was small hitch. A day before the event, there was a torrential rain, and we were a little worried that will there be turnout or not, but then the spirit was very, very good. There were about 5,000 participants from all over Madras and surrounding areas. It was really a treat to watch, running from all age groups. You just turn into IIT, you will feel at least 2 degrees less. So we have been caring for it, though there is an expansion. As you have seen in some papers, 54% students strength has gone up, so we have to build buildings. But I can assure you those alumni who have come back from abroad, basically, after 20-25 years, definitely tell us that our forest cover has increased. We are very careful about it, and we will try to retain in this particular way. So the run is, as I said, on 21st, registration is 7 o'clock, and then 8 o'clock onwards, the run is open. We will give all the information at the registration desk. The event starts at what is known as OAT, Open Air Theatre. It's a big theatre which we screen movies every week. So I invite all of you to be a part of this event, and I thank all of you for gathering.
Thank you, Professor. I request Mr. Sanat Kumar, and also you the chief guest for the year of 2011.
Honorable members of the dais and the good-hearted Samaritans who have gathered over here. It is indeed a great pleasure to be a part of Terry Fox Run on Sunday. As the Dean of IIT Govardhan said, IIT is a very interesting place. You may wonder how I know about it, because I studied in Central School IIT myself. So it's a wonderful place, and I have not been allowed to go inside after that. So it does bring back a lot of memories. So you don't have to attend school, you could just hide away in some of the forest which is over there. So I should be very frank on what I did over there. So it's part of fun and frolic that was in the 6th standard, 7th standard, 8th standard, Central School IIT was really memorable. It's a nice place to be in, and it's really a natural environment that you have there. Fresh air, I could say, much better than what you find outside IIT. So it's indeed a good cause. And the only thing I would like to correct here is I should, because when Madam Sujata Dubey said I'm a postgraduate from IIS, Loyola College. I'm just a graduate. Love to be a postgraduate too. So it's definitely a good cause that we all should support, and I'm really happy to associate with this event. These are events where it should be spontaneous. I don't think it needs invitation. And like Akash had mentioned about his illness and how he fought this way back, it's for all of us to spread the message that you can fight. Be a fighter in society, be a fighter in life. Nothing is impossible. You can just get up and run, even if you're a handicapped person. That's exactly what Terry Fox has done. So it's indeed a great honor to flag off the event on the 21st, which happens to be my wife's birthday, and I make a run on that day. I tell you, you better be with me. I'm going to give you a wonderful gift, which it is a wonderful gift. I'll say, let's go run for a course. You come along with me, you can shed down some weight if you want to. So you can run with me at least 3 kilometers. If you don't want to run, the forest is always there for us to relax. So I think with the permission of Govardhan, and we will sit in one of the benches over there and get back my banyan trees of the circle of the elephants over there. Is still there?
Yes, you can join my wife.
And I don't want her to join your wife, she better join me. So it's a great honor to flag off, and I like the courage and strength that Akash has had. Because I'm partly cancer, and we have some relevance too, because my father was a very able person, a person who was a teetotaler, a non-smoker, and at age 70, when he was, diagnosed for cancer, I was really shocked. So like you rightly put it over here, 5 to 85, anybody could get cancer at any part of their lives. So when I was earning about 5,000 rupees, my father did not have the disease, but I was earning millions. He had the disease which I couldn't even stop God from taking him away from me. So now here there are research in the Tata Institute in Mumbai, which we are all going to help. This is somewhere the research is going to be really fruitful, and we have to support all this. And all these researchers, like Akash has said, there are cures, and definitely the cure can be achieved by all of us being aware, take the message across, and encourage the researchers to find more, more cure to the diseases that keep springing up every day. And it's not only cancer, the HIV, we have not found anything much, and there are so many other diseases, like suddenly it's swine flu, that name it keeps on coming. From where they're coming, it's all because of the environmental problem that we have. You call it global warming, or you call it whatever you want, but we have to be aware, we have to be aware. So let us bring this awareness to the people, and I'm sure we'll have more people to run for the cause. Let us not expect, too many people to come and run for it, but let's have even very few people who run for the cause is more important than the very event itself. And I'm sure I'll be there with all my friends, and I make my good friends like Jairam and Rajshekar to run along with me on that day. Thank you.
When Akash first wanted to start the run, the first person he contacted was Ms. Terry Fox Run, who's the director of the International Terry Fox Foundation and Terry's sister. And she has been a source of support and strength throughout these 3 years. This year, the Terry Fox Foundation informed us that they would like to show their appreciation for all the support and help that's been given to this cause by the Rotary Club Madras East and by IIT Madras, by offering them a plaque of appreciation. These are the plaques that have come from the foundation, and I would like to invite the Canadian Consul, Mr. Sean Reddick, to present them to Dean Govardhan on IIT's behalf, and to Rotarian President who's there on the Rotary Clubs.
Well, it's indeed a pleasure for me to present this to the IIT Madras. And if I might just take a moment, it says here, what is important is the running, what is important is to set goals, what is important is not to quit, not ever. What is important is to run well and honestly, with as much human grace as possible. And I think that says it all. Enough again, the Terry Fox Foundation. And again, if I have the honor to present this to the Rotary Club Madras East, again, you've been so instrumental in making this work. So again, thank you very much.
Thank you, President. Dignitaries on the dais, ladies and gentlemen. Before I go on to read out the press note, a small introduction of the Rotary Club of Madras East is known. The Rotary Club of Madras East is a proud member of the Rotary International. Our club was chartered in the year 1985 and celebrated silver jubilee just recently. It's noteworthy that we rank among the best clubs of our district 3230. We have conceived and executed many service projects in the past, including those which are active for 10-15 years. And we, as you know, we have been supporting Terry Fox Run. This is the third year. The last two editions. This is the third year for the last two editions. And on the Terry Fox Run itself, what is the Terry Fox Run? It's an annual non-competitive charity event held in over 600 cities and 53 countries across the globe to raise money exclusively for cancer research. Who's Terry Fox? Terence Stanley, shortly known as Terry Fox, lived between July 28, 1958 and June 28, 1981, was a Canadian humanitarian, athlete and cancer treatment activist. He became famous for the Marathon of Hope across Canada to raise money for cancer research, which Fox ran with one prostate leg. As a tradition, millions of supporters across the globe run for the cause of finding a cure for cancer and collecting funds for cancer research. More information is available on the website. There is a catchy press note which has been circulated to all members, which I am sure gives much more details on it. We will now take questions.
How many participants do you expect?
Last year it was about 5,000 people. This year we expect much more.
Again, I might just emphasize that there are now Terry Fox runs across India. I mentioned about the one in Bangalore. There's runs in Mumbai and Delhi. And so collectively, these runs every year are probably raising hundreds of thousands of dollars for cancer research that will be conducted here. And hopefully, as we've all understood, make a real difference.
சார் புற்றுநோய்க்கான முக்கிய காரணம் வந்து ஸ்மோக்கிங் தான் பேசப்படுது. சினிமாவில் அதை எந்த அளவுக்கு ப்ரொஜெக்ட் பண்ணுறாங்க, அது பண்ணால் தப்பு. ஏன்னா நம்ம சினிமாவில் பார்க்குறவங்க ஹீரோ எப்போவுமே ஸ்மோக் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்காங்க, ட்ரிங்க் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்காங்க. ஸோ சினிமாவில் அதை எஃபெக்டிவாக ப்ரொஜெக்ட் பண்ணுறாங்கன்னு நினைக்கிறீங்க நீங்கள் நடிகர் சொன்னீங்க அந்த
Terry Fox Foundation and Research Center that's in Mumbai. And I don't want to deviate the attention of this evening by answering questions like whether we should smoke in the films or whether we should drink in films or not. But I would say, I think certain things that are done in the movies need not be necessarily be followed by the people who are watching the movie. I've been in the movies for almost 30 years. I've acted in 128 films. I have smoked in the film a couple of times, which I don't want to smoke also because I don't smoke. So to do some business in the movies, your hands are not doing much. You have to have something in your hand. Either you hold a cigar, you hold a cigarette. On a serious scene, the director says you hold a cigarette in your hand, and we do it. It's not the action that matters in the film industry itself. It's what you see and what you perceive. If you feel that is wrong, it is wrong. If you feel that's okay with